be all of my property. All of my property. I give you authority. I give you authority.
What's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Emmanuel. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, first off, thanks for clicking on this video. Subscribe, check out the other videos. Anyways, today's video we're talking about Mr. Eazi's Life is Easy Volume 2, Lagos to London. Alright, so Mr. Eazi came out late 2014, I think, with Skin Tight, and which was a banger. Blew up pretty much across the ocean, literally. Took off from Ghana to Nigeria to London, everywhere pretty much, and he's been a force to reckon with since then, dropping other songs like Lego, collaborating with the biggest names in music, put on the Apple Music platform, and to me I see him in that standard of an international almost superstar, really. And I compare him to the greats when it comes to music, and this is as a follow-up to the Volume 1, which was kind of like his debut project almost, and that project was solid to me. The Volume 1 was Accra to Lagos, which was the whole thing behind all of this is to blend the energies and the culture of both sounds from the cities like Accra, Lagos, and now it's taking it from Lagos to London. You see how everything connects? I dig it. It's dope. I like the concept behind that, and the concept like that makes him transcend his music from city to city. And generally, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Eazi, but this project fell short for me. The very first track, Lagos Gyration, featuring Lady Donli, was an excitement and disappointment cycle that I was just it felt like a slap in the face for him to make that song 48 seconds. Yes, I understand, I've read it. The concept was just to introduce the album and to bring people to the Lagos vibe. I get that, but at least either you keep that vibe and carry it along to other songs, or just release the whole damn song, man. Like, I mean, if anything, Lady Donli deserves that. And honestly, like that, just that snippet of the song was just left the listener hungry for more. When I click play on the mixtape, because it's calling this a mixtape apparently, it's not an album, but when I clicked play on that mixtape, that track was like, that got me so excited. And honestly, after that track, 48 seconds, it went downhill from there, in my opinion, because I have another standard that I give to Mr. Eazi. He, for me, looked like a trendsetter, not the person that follows trends. He actually creates his own sound, and that's what came with Skin Tight, Bankulized, with the help of a producer such as Jules. To be honest with you guys, my initial reaction to the album was, we've heard this sound again and again, until it really hit me, just going over the album again, that was the whole intention of this album, to blend sounds as very relevant in cities like Lagos and London and just blend them. And I guess that was the whole point. Anyways, he was very intentional in actually hitting that Lagos vibe and that London vibe. The London vibe, I'll be honest, I didn't really hear too much London in the London side of, other than acts like Gigs, obviously, and Lotto Boyzz. It wasn't really London to me. Like, I don't know, just my opinion. It didn't really sound London to me. But anyways, let me walk you through some songs that I really appreciated that he did on this album. Again, I know the songs are supposed to imitate the sound of Lagos, the rainy sounds, but all of it just sounded very photocopy-ish, and I understand that it's his intention, but sometimes I just want to know, like, if Mr. Eazi was left to create sounds on his own like he used to, honestly, because I feel like Mr. Eazi was a trendsetter at some point in his career, but now he's making it very intentional. Look, yeah, I'm not trying to like make any trends or make any new sound. I'm just gonna try and blend all the existing sound that's out there. And it's like, sure, do that, but I just want to hear what you want to sound like. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to sound like, oh, he's trying to copy everyone, but at the same time, I'm curious, what would you like to make? And you can see that in his description of every song of the album, that he was trying to have a song that would appeal to this particular sound, this particular sound, this particular sound. Again, just my own piece. But anyways, the album's good in terms of how intentional he was to create that sound, okay? But again, from a perspective of, I just want you to be creative and surprised me essentially, right? Did that with some songs like Property. I appreciated having the background vocals. That was not expected in an African pop scene. Background vocals just made the song hit even harder, and I appreciate that one. That was one of the singles that came out that was, yo, this is actually very creative.
You authority. If you go down like economy, baby, you go follow me. Follow me, yeah. Money be coco, oh ni coco.
Another song that hit really hard was Chicken Curry, which Money Don't Make Me, I Make Money. It sounded very lazy, but that hook just slaps, okay? You could, whatever you're doing, that hook just makes you want to drop what you're doing and just dance and vibe to it.
Money don't make me, I make money. Don't come around me acting funny.
Hey.
I got that girl, don't say you love me. My team tastes like chicken curry. Go low, go low, go low, hey, go low, go low, go low, go low, hey, go low.
Again, it sounds silly. The songwriting is obviously very silly, and I saw that in this entire album. He didn't really take his actual lyrics serious, which I don't blame him. Which Afropop big name artist does that? No one takes their lyrics that critical in their album. They just want to make you dance, okay? And that's what's important. So I'm not going to be too critical about his songwriting, which obviously it's a very low bar in Nigerian music. We know that, alright? We can't argue it. Let's just move past it. The lyrics are not that good. Okay, so let's just move past that and state the obvious, okay? Because we're not trying to lie to ourselves here. We don't look to Nigerian music for the lyrical deep dive, so I'm not trying to waste our time here, so let's move on. Alright, another song that hit really hard was London Town, which came out very early, and I honestly was like, oh, this is gonna be one of the hardest songs out of Nigeria this year. But the concept was very strong. The idea of moving like Lagos sound to London was just very prevalent in that, and that collaboration with Giggs was just too solid. Was just too solid for me. Giggs' verse was just so hard. A couple songs that didn't really slap that well for me was the Open and Close. The Open and Close one was just trying to make a dance video, and I'm like, alright, there's not much words here. I get the intention of the song. It's just not for me. I'm just gonna skip on that one. Thank you. Next. The song Dabebi was very intentional in sounding Accra-ish. I guess it was just a nod to the place that brought him to the mainstream world. Everyone thought Mr. Eazi was Ghanaian when he first came out. Honestly, and when people told me that his name was Tosin, I was like, stop, Kweku is acting out here and telling me his name is Tosin. Like, there's no way this guy is my sister's namesake. Tell Kweku to stop playing, man. Like, talking about Tosin. The Ghanaian wave was very pivotal to his career, and I understand him just trying to make that nod to his Ghanaian fan base that, look, this King Promise vibe is actually heavy right now in Ghana, so let me just use that vibe and like throw that in there into my Lagos to London mixtape. And yeah, it was a strong vibe, but it really sounded very much like CCTV. It was practically the same melody on that song, and I was like, this is too much of like CCTV. We can hear it. Play the songs back to back and you can hear what I'm saying. The whole project is solid, just a few criticism of, again, I want to know what Mr. Eazi wants to sound like. I understand the idea of blending two cities together, and I like that concept too. It's a very smart marketing concept, and the whole rollout, by the way, practically every major city in Afropop music, he has a very strong fan base in Lagos, in Ghana, in Cape Town, in London, heavy. So I can understand how his marketing scheme for this album release was very brilliant. Doing the whole bus thing where he had this whole like actual bus that was customized for the entire mixtape. A lot of investment into that, and I feel it's worth it. It was very creative to see an artist like that actually take that much emphasis on branding his album, do you know what I mean? And I really appreciate all the artwork by, shout out to Duro Arts, man. This guy's actually killing it with his illustrations, and like every single big name artist is using his illustrations. This is very good business. His market is selling for sure. But anyways, he branded this album very clean, very nice, very good concept, creative. I like that, especially in the Afropop scene. Not many people are taking their album or their project that serious, and I appreciate him for actually investing in packaging a good album to sell. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, to cut this video really short, 6.5 album. I appreciate the effort into the branding, the vocals, the actual journey that each song actually went to was really deep. If you go to his Instagram page, it talks about the story of each song and how he went from this producer to that producer. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Look, we're trying to do something here, right? Like, I'm sitting at 150 subscribers right now, and I'm hoping to end the year with, like, say 200. Okay, so please tell a friend. Okay, be intentional about actually helping this channel. So share this video on any of your platforms. I'll take it, even Facebook. And this is another review. Peace.
Money don't make me, I make money. Don't come around me acting funny. I got a girl, don't say you love me.